Good morning, YouTube. So, did you know that the sun and the moon and the stars in the sky were not created until the fourth day? So when Genesis 1:3 says, "And God said, let there be light," and there was, he's not talking about the light of the sun, which for many years I thought that when the earth was created, this first light was the light, until I got into it myself and realized that on the first day he did not create the sun and the moon and the stars in the sky. He created the light of Jesus, the light of Jesus, which is his word. When he spoke everything into existence, let there be light, and there was. So get this, not until the fourth day, Genesis 1:16, and God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God said, Yahuwah said, let them be, and set them in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And Yahuwah God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. So that's 15 through 18, or 15 through 19, Genesis 1:15 through 19, where he brings up the fourth day. And he says that's when the sun and the moon and the stars in the sky were created. So until the fourth day, the sun and the moon and the stars in the sky were not created. So the sun, that is the one that is supposedly to give all life to all things, was not created until the fourth day, where you've got the sea that was created, the firmament that was created, the grass, the earth yielding, or the herb yielding seed, the fruit trees. The seed is in itself, and then was the sun and the moon and the stars in the sky created. So then the sun was created. So before the sun was even created, there was already grass and seed and trees before. So that's not what gives life to our plants and animals and us. Yes, the sun is a big part of what gives us life, all things. It is a big part of what helps keep us alive. It is one of the things. It works together with everything else in the earth, or on the earth, excuse me, that our Father has created. But the light that makes all life to be in any existence, that gives any light away from the darkness, is the light of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, which is the words that came out of Yahuwah's mouth, God Almighty. But I wanted to say something else. I think that it's amazing here, because all this time I've thought that everything that he made in those 7 days, or everything that he did in those 6 days, he rested on the seventh, was good. That's what I thought, until I started reading. So let's do Genesis 1:6. And Yahuwah God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. 7. And Yahuwah God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And it was so. 8. And Yahuwah God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. Did you know this? He said, and it was so. He never said, and it was good. Well, let's go down to verse 10, okay, because I just read 6 through 9. Let's go to 10. And Yahuwah God called the dry land earth, and gathered together of the waters called he seas, and God saw that it was good. 11. And Yahuwah God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and the herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw, Yahuwah saw, that it was good. And then he goes on down. I just read about the sun, the moon, and the stars. Verse 18, and to rule over the day and over the night, and divide the light from the darkness. And Yahuwah God saw that it was good. And then he goes on down, and verse 21, and Yahuwah God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And Yahuwah God saw that it was good. Let's see. So, I mean, that was the 5th day. Okay, 25. 125 of Genesis. And Yahuwah God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And Yahuwah God saw that it was good. And we are on the last one. 30. Genesis 1:30. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat, and it was so. 31. And Yahuwah God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good, and the evening and the morning were the 6th day. So everything that he says in here, and even there, he says everything that he made. But it, you know, I noticed in this in 30 through 31, in this little paraphrase here, this little thing here, I noticed that he brings up everything except for the sun and the moon and the stars and the sky. He brings up everything that he's made except for the sun and the moon and the stars and the sky. And man, actually, everything that creepeth upon the earth wherein there is life. I have given every green herb for meat. Okay, right. So man is not in this little summary here, but everything else, the herb-bearing seed, the tree yielding seed for meat, every beast of the earth, every fowl, everything that creepeth, that has life, it's good, he says. Our Father says. But right here, this is what we're gonna focus on. Right here in Genesis 1:6 through 8. About the firmament. Everything else, all 6 days and up to 7. All those days, everything else. And it was good. But the firmament, which he calls heaven, which is, I guess it would be space, is what I feel. But, you know, there's so many different theories and logics on this subject of how many heavens are there. And really, Genesis breaks down the levels of heaven for us. But why was this part, the firmament, why was it only so? Why wasn't it good? Why was this the one thing that he said wasn't good? Now, over here in verse 31 in Genesis 1, he says, and he's seen everything. It was very good. Everything that he had made was very good. So why would he not put, and it was good, on the firmament when he made the firmament? I don't know. I'm interested. I'm thinking other people are going to be interested in this, because this is something that I always thought everything that he made was good. But that's not what this says. There's something here about the firmament with the mysteries and the deep. There's something here. And see, this is where he may, you know, I believe that this is the part where the sun and the moon and the stars, this is the place that they sit. This is their habitation, their place. Maybe that's why it wasn't good. I don't know. But what I do know is our Holy Creator did not create the sun to give life to all creation. He created the light of Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach, and he created it 4 days before he created the sun and the moon and the stars and the sky. So Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach, Yahuwah Yahusha, our Holy Creator, is the true light that gives all life to all creation. Absolutely amazing. And every bit of that is just in Genesis chapter 1. Hallelujah. Praise Yeshua. Well, thank you for listening, and y'all have a blessed day.